Today I want to talk about sales. I want to talk about getting people to buy what you offer. I mentor a group of coaches, and one of the problems that they come up with to me is that they can get a lot of leads using our system and what we teach. They get a bunch of people who show up with them. But once those leads come in, they can't get them to buy from them. And the reason why, as I dig deeper, is because of a lack of skill when it comes to getting the sale. It's a skill that, listen, sales is not about you convincing anybody to buy from you. It is a way of imparting emotion to somebody and belief in what you offer. The reason why people buy from you is because they trust that they are going to get the result that you're talking about, and it's big enough of a change and a transformation for them that the pain of leaving behind what they've been experiencing is less than staying in what they're experiencing. And it actually turns into pleasure. How many of you enjoy buying things that you love? You actually feel excitement and pleasure and joy. This is what you want to get to when you're selling. The problem is that a lot of people, they treat sales like pulling teeth. And nobody wants their teeth pulled. But what you want to do is you want to create an experience in somebody where they enjoy the process of getting sales, okay? Of being sold to. And one of the reasons why I'm actually so good at sales is because I don't take it seriously very much. I don't try to be the best salesperson. I just show up as myself. And I just connect with people without worrying, what are they going to think about me? Is this going to produce a result? The worst thing that you can do when trying to get a sale is to try to impress people, is to try to get people to like you. And by the way, not everybody's going to like you. I literally have people who watch my videos, they watch my content, and they think that I'm the dumbest box of rocks that's out there. And that I could never accomplish the things I talk about, partially because I don't have the same cadence as other people. I don't show up with the bravado of a lot of sales trainers that are out there. And yet I get incredible sales closing ratios because when somebody talks to me, I know how to show up with that relaxed energy where it doesn't feel like I'm trying to sell them, where I'm not trying to get the sale. By the way, every single piece of content that I create is in that same type of energy. And I am not trying to get a sale in anything that I'm doing. I'm just looking to connect and build trust with the right person, with the person who I want to connect with, okay? And so, first off, that's the first thing. You gotta build trust. They have to believe in you, your product, your service, your company, and the transformation that you're promising, okay? And then they also have to realize that not doing something right now, what is doing something? Doing something is purchasing what you offer. The offer that you have for sale is an action that they need to take in order to go from point A to point B. And so really what you're looking to do is to get them to reframe their view of what apathy and stagnation means. So a lot of people, they go in and they don't want to be sold, especially when they are dealing with coaches or mentors or trainers. They don't want to be sold something, but they want a solution to their problem. So that's what you do, is you give and promise people a solution to their problem. And then you go through the sequence of actually building that trust and imparting the belief, emotion, and logic that you have about what you offer. If everybody that you were selling to knows what you know about your offer, they would buy it from you, okay? Unless you're a scammer. Then they wouldn't. which is not, that's not what we do around here at this channel. Is we're not encouraging you to scam people at all. Please do not do that. Don't watch my channel, in fact, if that's what you intend to do, is to defraud people. Seriously. Because the people who we attract, the people who work with us, they have integrity. And if you're watching this right now, I believe that you're a person of integrity. And that's partially why we or you may struggle with getting sales. If you're still watching this video, you want to grow in your ability to get sales. That's just, you wouldn't be listening to me talk for the last 5 minutes if you weren't wanting to get more sales or increase your skill at sales. And so with that, like, you cannot let the fear of judgment from other people, the worry that they're not going to buy from you, get into your head. This is one of the things that affects so many people that I work with, is that they get so caught up in their head trying to get people to buy from them, trying to get the sale, when all you got to do is you just got to build a connection with somebody, and then you got to go through the sequence with them. Now, there's two different types of sales. We're going to talk about one-on-one sales in this video. I want to talk about getting somebody on the phone or talking to them through direct message. What you want to do is you want to learn and discover and get them talking about themselves. Get them talking about individually what they want, what their dreams, what their desires are. As you grow and build your business, you will notice patterns across different people that you work with. And then those patterns you bring into every single message that you offer. Every single video that I make follows the patterns of what I know and who I know I impact and who shows up in my coaching programs, what they need, what they desire. It's actually based off of the conversations that I have with my clients every single week. We were just having a coaching call with one of my clients on this exact topic right here. And we had a great back and forth conversation inside of my Wealthy Coach Academy program, which is the premier coaching program that I have, where I help mentors, coaches, service providers, trainers be able to get more clients and know exactly what to say, how to say it, when to show up to get more sales, and what to do with their advertising, their marketing, their funnels, and all of that. We walk you through that. I come alongside you and guide you through that entire process, not just with courses, but by working with me. Okay? And so what you have to do is you have to get to the point where you realize that somebody buying from you is a service, that you are doing them a service, that you are helping them reach, achieve, and experience something that they wouldn't otherwise experience by not working with you. Now, sure, they could go somewhere else, buy from somebody else, and experience that, but why? Why not you? Why not now? And I want you to get that in your mind. Why not me? And why not now? Oftentimes, we're trying to be way too passive and appease other people when we're selling or in a sales interaction. I don't want to be too pressuring. I don't want them to feel like I'm just in it for the sale. Listen, like, that thought process right there is literally getting in your way because you are trying to impress somebody. You're trying to control how they perceive you. Instead, you just let it go. Don't even try to get a sale. Don't even try to. Just connect with somebody. But be super confident in what you offer. Be super excited about what you offer. The last 8 minutes of this video, that's exactly the kind of energy that I'm talking about when I say that. I don't give a bleep about what you think about me right now. You can think whatever you want. I'm also confident in what I offer. And I also know that this works. And if you can carry that energy where you just have fun with it, and you just have fun with the experience, and you're just connecting and talking for the sake of connecting and talking with people, but you also don't hide the fact that you have something for sale. Like, I don't hide the fact that I do this, that I make these videos because of my Wealthy Coach Academy program, that you can check out the link in the description below. I don't hide the fact that I have an offer, that I offer something to people that's going to change their life and their business if they jump in. I don't hide that. I don't try to pretend like that doesn't exist. I'm very upfront about it, very open about it. And that's what you want to do as well, because that shows honesty. That builds trust right there, right from the get-go. And so then the process that you want to do, if you're talking one-on-one with somebody, you can actually create a customized offer by listening to what their desires are. There's actually a sequence. One of my first jobs that I ever had, I was working for a sales training company where they actually taught people how to sell products and services. And this was in the network marketing industry, not necessarily my favorite industry overall. I prefer what I do today. I think it helps a lot more people overall. Though network marketing, it does help people. But ultimately what they taught was how to get people to buy from leads that you got and what to get them, what sequence to take people through to get them to become a customer of yours, to buy a $500,000 program. And so the sequence is you want to listen to what the desire of the person is. And you also want to be the one asking the questions. Ask the questions about their family, what they like to do for fun, what they do for work. And usually, if you just start a conversation casually, they're going to give you 1, 2, or 3 of those things, and they're going to start to talk about them themselves. And then you can start to unpack that. And then that builds trust. But you want to guide it then. You don't want to spiral off into Pluto. You want to guide it to what your message is. And you want to guide it towards listening to what their desires are. You want them to tell you what they desire. What do they want more than anything else? And then what you do is you simply mirror their energy and raise up their energy at the same time. So this is what I like to do in a sales conversation is I will mirror the person's energy when I start. And then I will increase my energy so that they start mirroring my energy and excitement. And then that imparts to them what I'm feeling and my belief that I have and what I offer. And then I start mirroring and repeating back to them what they told me their desires were. And you can still do this through webinars. You can still do this through YouTube and mass marketing as well. When you listen to enough people, what their desires are, what their struggles are, what their problems are, you can mirror all of that in the sales copy, in your messaging, in what you talk about, in your offers, and all those different ways that you reach people. If you're doing a one-on-one conversation, you literally repeat back to them. So, listen, I know that you said that you want to go on a vacation with your family and that you're struggling by having to work so many hours and having to help your daughter who's in and out of rehab. What if you could make a lasting change in your life, your family's life, and your future? I know that by working with us, that change will happen. And so let's say that that's what somebody told us that they were dealing with. They were dealing with a daughter who was in and out of rehab. They were wishing they had enough time to go on vacation, having the funds to be able to do so. I'm able to repeat back to them some of those things that they mentioned that they want to do. And so what that does is but when you do it truly, honestly, like, you're not trying, listen, you got to get it out of your head trying to get people to like you, trying to get them to trust you, trying to get them to believe in you, trying to control their perception of you. You got to get this out of your head because you're not showing up real and authentically. You show up like a robot. You show up as somebody who's just not even worth listening to. Your energy reeks of desperation when you do that. And so instead, if you can literally just be yourself, casual. I'm talking like the version of yourself that shows up on Saturday watching football, drinking a beer if that's what you like to do. That version of you. Seriously. Like the version of you that's sitting around at family dinner talking to a long friend. That's the version to show up with. The one that is not trying to control the perception. And maybe that's what you do in all your conversations and all of that. You got to stop that if you want to learn to get more sales. If you want to get more people buying from you, be more authentic. Just be yourself. Stop trying to control what everybody thinks about you, how they see you, how they perceive you. And just start talking and connecting casually. Way more casual. Stop trying to be so professional. Be more casual. And you will affect far more people in a positive way. I promise you that. All right, listen, if you're a mentor, if you're a coach, if you're a trainer, and you want to get more clients in your business, I'll show you how to get more leads. I'll show you how to get more sales in my Wealthy Coach Academy program. Click one of the links in the description of this YouTube video, and I'll see you in there. Talk soon.